An anchor, Don Lemon, was taken off the air for a few days. This is after making controversial comments about women and age.
Quanell X and Charles Adams tonight are offering their take on the issue.
Quanell, I'm 50 years old, you're 52. Don Lemon is 56, but just last week he criticized Nikki Haley, who is 51 years old, for making the point that there is a defined cognitive decline when humans lucky enough to get to 80 years of age reach that status of being an octogenarian. We've seen it with Joe Biden. We've seen it with prior presidents younger. Ronald Reagan in the 80s. The media worked with them to cover up his descent into Alzheimer's. It was an important comment she made about Trump and Biden, and instead Don Lemon decided to say that women are washed up at the end of their 40s. I think it was misogynistic. I think it was sexist. I think if he was anyone else,
that's not exactly what he said.
But Don Lemon could say, "Oh, they said Google says they're washed up."
That's not exactly what he said. Listen, man, Nikki Haley started this conversation. Nikki Haley wanted a law passed in America to where if you're beyond the age of 75, you have to take a mental competency test, So now she's questioning how competent someone is over 75. She started this because she was really swinging at Donald Trump and President Biden. But you cannot swing, Miss Haley, and then expect for men not to respond about your age and how old you are. Look, you cannot find an athlete in their 50s, male or female, that were the same as they were in their 30s. You cannot find any of us. We're in our 50s, but we're not the same physically that we were in our 30s and early 40s. Now, mentally, that's a whole nother discussion, because I've met some old people in this country well into the 80s that are more smarter, more intelligent and brilliant than any 35, 40, or 50-year-old in America that I've met.
There are most certainly brilliant people that are that old, and I'm not saying I agree with her position, although you have to take a driving test when you get to be that age. Why shouldn't you have to take a test to press the button to send a nuclear bomb? But that's beside the point. The point is that Don Lemon, had he been a white cisgendered male that made that comment, CNN would have fired him the next day. And I'm not pro-cancel culture.
No, that's not true.
But it is misogyny. It was blatant misogyny.
The women
said men and women, but he didn't. He said women are washed up at 50.
Don Lemon,
he's a disgusting misogynist.
But Don Lemon, he's not a misogynist. You know why he's not?
Why not?
Because he is a gay black man married to a white man.
Okay.
And so we don't know if Don Lemon is the wife or the husband in his marriage, in his relationship. So Don Lemon,
what a sexual position.
No, Don Lemon may be speaking from an feministic or feminine perspective mindset as a man that identifies with being gay himself.
No, he's a misogynist, and his misogynist is okay because of
so he hate women now? He hate women?
Clearly.
What if he thinks he's one?
Clearly.
Well, what if he believes he's one?
Clearly he thinks a woman's washed up.
But what if he believes he's one?
If he's washed up, why don't he quit his job?
Well, that's what the man is saying. Look, Nikki Haley started this conversation, and look, women, don't criticize a man's age if you don't want a man to criticize yours.
You can watch much more of Face Off streaming Thursday nights at 7. Just go to fox26houston.com.